local gaming shop. It's quiet here because I'm the only one here other than the employee that has to hear everything I have to say. They have no choice. They have to hear me because it is silent in here. But I thought I'd just come by here, say hi to you guys, have a little bit of a chat, show you guys the gaming shop, and do some painting too. I brought some models to paint. Just thought I'd hang out here for a little while. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the content. I hope you guys have been enjoying the new videos. The last one that I worked on was a lot of fun researching nomads and talking about them. What's up, Mr. Skull Baby? How you doing? AB, welcome. Hope you guys are having a good day. I know it's kind of like out of nowhere. Oh wait, I forgot to hit record on this one. All right, I am recording on there. Okay, perfect. All right, for the first time ever, I'll be recording this to put on the podcast as well. I know some of you have been asking me to do that. So I got the stuff. I got the things. Thank you to all the patrons that supported and helped me get all that stuff. Hello, everybody. Mr. Fogel, how you doing? Ventrex the 15th, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, it was a good video on nomads working on my short stories set in the dark future. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you liked the video. I think with Cyberpunk Red, the nomad became such a more interesting aspect of the world. Before they were like the Mad Max aesthetic, and they still have that, but there's so much more importance to them in the universe. And that's what really inspired me to research all that stuff. There's just more layers to the cyberpunk world, man. I have a cool idea for a boogeyman that would go bump in the dark future's night. That's great, man. Doing all right. Thank you, bud. That's good. Sorry, I'm just looking for my blue tack. There it is. I forgot my painting handle, so don't judge me for this, but you know what? This works just as good. All right. So yeah, everything's been good. This is the shop that I've been going to all the time, Green Tower Games. I got a jersey. This is like a custom jersey for the local 40K league. Check this out. I think you can see that. It's got my date of birth. I mean, it doesn't get nerdier than that. I mean, that's like top level. I mean, you know what I mean? That's top level. So got that going. It's really fun. It's great. And I joined the like local 40K league and met a lot of cool people there and really wanted to get my local gaming shop's logo plus some kind of apparel going. I asked the owner to make some merch. He hasn't been on it. I keep bothering him about it. He still hasn't made anything. But you guys will see him soon, hopefully, because the owner of this place, his brother, Arnog, who you all know and love, and Binary Dragon from No Latency Podcast, all five of us, we're going to be doing a live in-person Cyberpunk Red game. It's going to be the whole shebang. Microphones, sitting at a table, rolling real dice. That's all. That's the stuff that we're going to be doing. So stay tuned for that. That's happening. I just got confirmation from them, so I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like it's probably going to be happening. So yeah, thank you. Gonna be real, the Mad Max theme hits the nostalgia bone. Yeah, for real. That aspect is really cool. I like that. I love that no matter what, like you have that juxtaposition of like those cities that have like high technology, and then at the same time you have these people that live out in the wilderness and they're just scrounging from leftover tech to try to survive. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm painting. I guess you guys should see what I'm painting too. Ooh, that sounds awesome. I'm a bit jealous. Dude, it really happened by accident. I didn't have a lot of people. I didn't have a lot of ideas. It was just going to be Binary Dragon and Arnog, and then I had to find some more people. And I brought up the idea to the shop owner here. His name is Garrett. You guys will see him, as I said. And he said, hey, I've actually, I guess he played 2020 back in the day. And he's like, I'm kind of itching to play Cyberpunk too. So, of course, I invited him. But I was like, hey, man, you're going to be on camera? You cool with it? He said, yep. I said, all right. So then I talked to his brother who was watching the shop. And he also was like, oh, well, if you got a spot, because I was telling him the story. And he's like, if you got a spot, I'd love to join. And I had exactly one spot. So it was perfect. And what's better than that, right? Two brothers, one owns the gaming shop. The other one's like a genius when it comes to, well, he's a gamer too. Like he's a nerd like all of us, but he's a genius when it comes to like sound design and stuff. Like just audio stuff, audio, microphones, everything. And I'm like, oh my God. That's called divine intervention, ladies and gentlemen. My players learned how powerful the nomads are after they rocked up to a camp, started insulting random people, and then promptly getting wrecked. Oh man, did they die? That's nuts. I mean, I don't know why you would do that anywhere. Nomad or not a nomad. You go to a place where it's established and you're outnumbered and outgunned, to go around hurling insults is just not fun. It's not a good idea. At least get to know a couple of people before you start making fun of them. But yeah, that's the dark future. It's unforgiving. Your nomad vid had great timing. I had a noob join the group and they wanted to go nomad. Ooh, perfect. I have another video on nomads. I actually have multiple videos. This is kind of like, if you want to think about it, it's my third video on it. But the other two are more focused on character creation, and this last one is just more focused on like their philosophy as a whole. And yeah, so I think this last video really like helps you wrap your mind around what kind of nomad you want to be, or what kind of nomad you want in your universe. So I like that. My players wisely surrendered. Yeah, that's good. That's exactly what you do. You surrender and you hope that they show mercy. And, as a game master, that's when it's on you, right? A bad game master would just kill your characters. And then say, well, I'm justified. And, like, yeah, you might be justified, but, like, now we're all sad because we were just trying to have fun. And you punished us for having fun. So if they're like, no, we want to go in a blaze of glory, then, yeah, by all means, kill them. That's what they wanted. But if they're willing to surrender, I think a good game master would let them surrender. I think that's the right move, right, guys? So it's interesting. Oh man, I'm finally get some painting done. I have so much to paint in so little time, but there's no real rush. I just I demoed some Warhammer to a couple guys from the Patreon game. Shout out Raph and Sean. We played a couple nights ago. I wanted to show them like how to play 40K. And I'm not exaggerating. This is not an exaggeration. I ignored 85% of the rules, okay, to give them this intro game. Now, before I continue, think about that. Any other game you ignore 85% of the rules, there's no game in you. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. But Warhammer, there's still something there, and it was still confusing. They couldn't. They were like, how do you retain all this knowledge? And like the secret is we don't retain that knowledge, and we always forget our rules all the time, and then we're bummed out that we forgot that one thing that could have helped us win the game. So yeah, Warhammer's going through some problems right now with its rules. It's like a well-known issue. Like all the top content creators are making videos about it and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy, man. It's crazy how you can get into that kind of hole as a company, you know what I mean? Or as a game. I had the nomads confiscate their weapons and gave them negative rep events. Oh, that, you know what? I've never actually tried that out. A negative rep. That's interesting. I usually actually, if my players do something, you know, whether they do something to benefit a group or not, their reputation goes up. Like I've always treated reputation as just it's kind of like a end all be all thing. Like whether you're infamous or just famous for not doing something bad, you still have fame no matter what. And that's kind of how I used reputation. It was like these guys are killers, but they killed the bad guys, you know? To the bad guys, they're just as known as the good guys, you know? All the booster gangs that these guys hunted and killed, all their neighboring rival gangs are like, yeah, you heard about how the Ghost Crips got murdered? Yeah, there was some group of edge runners. They just came and just mollywopped all of them. And here's some information about them. So now you have a reputation, even with the people that you weren't enemies with. And that's kind of how I have always treated it. So like if they do something in an area to a certain group of people, then you know, I think it's fair to make sure that when they're around, they get recognized, you know? It also makes them think twice the next time they want to do something crazy, you know? Even if you survive and you kill everybody and you loot and you walk out, you're still known. And sometimes laying low is more important in Cyberpunk. I'm sure you guys know that too. My thinking, if you're famous for being a coward, people may know you, but they'll take you less seriously. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Although I don't think you're a coward if you surrender and you're vastly outnumbered like that. You know, when you go to a nomad camp, it's you know, it's either you surrender or you die. So it's kind of a no-brainer there. For someone to call you a coward, you know, in that situation, I don't know about that. An idiot, yeah, maybe, because you got yourself in that situation. But a coward, I don't know. That's a little harsh, right? Them's is fighting words. But yeah, that's good on you. That's basically what I would have done as well. So yeah, usually I come on early to do these chats with you guys, but today was just like a weird day, and I know I didn't even tell anybody about this. I didn't have any plans to do this. I literally just decided today that I was going to do it because I just kind of wanted to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and do it. I've never done anything like this before. My comfort zone is in my room, and I close the door, and my dog's not even in there. Well, actually, no, you guys have seen my video. Sometimes he is in there. But yeah, the idea is like, if I'm going to be going out and doing things for the channel, I got to get out of my comfort zone, right? So that's all it is. And I wanted to test out that recording equipment that I have. I'm recording this whole thing right now. So for you podcast people, I hope that the audio is not too bad. I hope that it was good enough for me to release it by my standards. So we'll see. It's a Rode shotgun mic, if you guys know anything about that. So I'm not sure how that's going to sound. It's supposed to pick up like almost everything in this room. If there was people in here talking, you would hear that too. So yeah. Anyway, there's been some really you guys got to check out that new DLC that me and James covered. The Valentine's Day one of dating. It sounds like a memey funny thing at first, but when you roll on that table, there's a lot of character development within that. And I'd say if you guys have any players that have like some kind of romance going on with their backstory, that you roll on that thing, because you can just flesh out exactly their kind of like what their relationship is like. And it gives you really good story ideas, really, really good ones. That's what I'd recommend. Yo, Nihilus, what's up, buddy? This is my local gaming shop, Green Tower Games. There's terrain behind me, the holy vending machine. And I'm the only one in here. I've been told that tonight is Magic Night. So Magic the Gathering is going to be happening here. There's going to be magic in the air. For those of you that know what's going on with Magic, can you tell me, do they literally just keep buying cards? Is that just the whole hobby? You just never stop buying cards and then you try to figure out what to do with the cards that you have? Fucking sick, my guy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm painting some Chaos Space Marines, some Black Legion, a Terminator. He looks fun. He's got a chain axe. But yeah, Magic's happening. I've been told that Marvel Crisis Protocol is a wild night here. There's some fun people that come by. And I highly recommend it for all of you. An addiction to crack would be cheaper than keeping up with MTG. Probably more enjoyable too, right? That's funny. But yeah, MTG, it always looked fun to me. It looks cool, but I never really was enticed by the competitive aspect of it, you know, like of the list building or the building of the decks and meta building decks and stuff like that. It never resonated with me. But I don't know why I enjoy the Warhammer version of it, because Warhammer, you do basically the same thing, except a deck of cards, you build an army. I don't know why I like that, and I don't like Magic, you know? Or even Hearthstone or any of those other ones. I've spent hundreds, if not thousands, on it, Jesus. Me and my friends just play for fun. That's the best way to do it, dude. I stopped playing in the local league over here because I wanted to make sure that I had enough time to play with my actual friends. You know, it was it was like I had to choose, either play with like some random person that I've never met or play with my friends. And I really wanted to spend time with my friends. And I had one like really bad game at the last game of my league bracket. And that was kind of like the sign. I was like, yeah, okay, it's time to leave. And by bad game, I don't mean that I lost, and that's why, because I don't care if I lose. You guys might have heard the live that one time I talked about it, but my opponent sucked. He was not a fun guy to play with. It was not a good experience. He was like kind of creepy, nothing was painted, he was late. Yeah. So for me, that's a no-brainer, dude. Time to leave. It's almost 11 p.m. here, so I'll let you paint your minis. All right, AB, have a good night. Damn, 11 p.m.? Where do you live? Later, dude. I'm telling you, man, you guys are global. But yeah, I've been having fun, man. It's crazy to be into two hobbies at once, and I was kind of neglecting Cyberpunk just a little bit. But I'm good now. I'm enjoying Cyberpunk. I think we just hadn't played. If I don't play, then I kind of like lose my mojo a little bit. And I've noticed that like all my favorite like content creators, they regularly still play. And I know that there's a lot that don't regularly still play, and they just continue to make videos, and you're like, why are you doing it, man? Doesn't look like you're having fun. I guess they need it, you know? I've been on this like binge watching like YouTube videos about AVGN. I'm sure you guys have all heard of it. Our Angry Video Game Nerd. and how people think there's like a decline in his content, in his quality of his content and stuff like that. And, I understand some of that criticism, but I couldn't help but like feel for him a little bit, because he said he didn't have a lot of time because he has kids and it was his livelihood, so he kind of had to go for like quantity over quality and had to make like bad quality videos too. And you guys know me, I've like promised to never do that, because if I was going to do that, then I'll just stop doing it, If I need to make low quality videos to make a living, then but I also just understood his point of view, where it was like he was all in on it, he was all in on the whole YouTube thing. But anyway, it's interesting how much you can learn from other people that don't even know who you are, that you've never met, and you just like watch them from afar, and you can learn so much about life just from their own personal experience. Anyway, work calls, just wanted to pop in and say hi. Good to see you, Nihilus. I love you. I hope to game with you again. I miss you, so we'll see you. Oh, and I talked to Sean. We're going to try to figure out a way to meet up. We should do it. We're not that far from each other. I think I did all the gold bits on this guy. Oh no, the hammer. Or not the hammer, the axe. The axe must be gold. That's fun. So, for the live game that's coming up, two of my players have never played Cyberpunk Red. The other two have played it. Arnog's obviously played with me. And Paris, or Binary Dragon, he has a podcast. So I'm sure some of you are fans of his. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I love having players that have never played the game before. In fact, my favorite kind of player is a person that's never even played a tabletop RPG before. That's the best, dude. The actual best, because they have no notion of what they're supposed to do, what's right or wrong. They just like play with their instincts, and you learn so much from them. And then they do like heroically fun things, and you're like, oh man, this is amazing. And then you watch them get hooked too, because they're like, when are we going to play again? And it's been like 6 hours, it's been 5 hours. Everybody remembers that first time you had like an amazing game, and you're like, oh my god, why isn't this something I always do? Okay, I think I'm going to keep that way. Oh. And I might have to actually edit this down for the podcast, because there's going to be a lot of dead air. Nice. I was trying to get my mother-in-law into painting minis. She's an older lady. She's not a nerd at all. She does nothing, like zero, and no anime, nothing. She's an older Mexican lady. But she likes my painting and stuff like that. And I told her that she should get into it just as a business and like paint people's models. She can make a living out of it. And it's true, man. I've been hit up for so many commissions, but I've been saying no to commissions because I just want to paint my guys. I don't really have enough time. I have so many like things I want to do for the channel too, that I need to focus, Plus I got more responsibilities at work now. So real life is happening. Okay. That's that. All right, dudes. This was a little impromptu. I think I'm gonna leave it there. For all of you guys that are watching the rerun, let me know how you guys like it. If you guys want me to do more of this stuff, I was thinking of coming here and maybe interviewing people randomly if they wanted to be on. Maybe not even live, maybe just like pre-recorded, but who knows? We'll see. Just wanted to have some fun with it. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Josh Warner, hey John, love the videos. They've really helped alleviate a lot of the anxiety I've had as a first-time game master. Oh man, that's great to hear, dude. And that first-time anxiety, I have anxiety even though I've played dozens of games. That anxiety never goes away, so don't like beat yourself up about being anxious. But what you can tell yourself is that you're supposed to just have fun and always remember that, it's supposed to be fun at the end of the day. So if it ever stops being fun because there's too much to prepare, then you need to simplify things more. You need to bring it down to a lower level. I've been on that level where like I over prepared and it caused more anxiety than if I just prepared way less. You got to find like that sweet spot where you don't spend too much time. You know what I mean? But anyway, thank you for the nice words and thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.